the media about this. Indiana Fever could try to do all the PR stuff that they want to do to try to cover this up. But at the end of the day, ain't no covering this up. Y'all hella lying. So this was an incident that happened at the game. Caitlin Clark and her coach hate each other, right? Brick Center captured this moment right here, right? Now, I'm finna play this moment for y'all, and I want...
Breaking news. What is unfolding right now behind the closed, locked doors of the Indiana Fever organization is not just a basketball scandal. It is a full-blown catastrophe that is bringing the entire WNBA to its absolute knees. What the mainstream media is absolutely terrified to report right now is that the Indiana Fever franchise is completely collapsing from the inside out. We are talking about grown executives literally in tears, absolute, unparalleled panic in the front office. And why? Because the two biggest stars in the entire league, Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham, have made a massive, jaw-dropping, heart-stopping decision. They have had enough. They are completely sick of the toxic environment, and they have literally packed their bags. They are threatening to walk away from the team, walk out the door, and never wear an Indiana Fever jersey ever again. And the reason behind this unprecedented mutiny, the most disgusting, unimaginable, and sickening betrayal by their own head coach, Stephanie White. The situation in the locker room got so violent, so toxic, and so completely out of control that WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert had to take an emergency flight, storm into the facility, and issue a massive league-wide official warning. She looked Coach White dead in the eyes and ended her career on the spot. If you thought the drama on the hardwood was insane, you have absolutely no idea what has been happening in the shadows. Buckle up, lock your doors, and pay very close attention, because here is the uncensored, horrifying truth about the ultimate betrayal that is tearing the WNBA apart. To truly understand the magnitude of this massive mutiny, we have to go back to where this absolute nightmare started. You see, this was never just about playing a game of basketball. This was a targeted, physical, and psychological war. The Chicago Sky, led by their enforcer, DeJohnai Carrington, have been on a mission to physically destroy the Fever's backcourt all season long. But the turning point, the moment the trust was completely broken, didn't start with Caitlin Clark. It started with Sophie Cunningham.
Wow, this is not a basketball. It really ain't a contact sport like football and many other sports are. But for her to be going into these basketball games with clean arms, clean shoulders, and then come out looking the way she looked is diabolical, bro. It's just diabolical, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. And I don't know, man. We just got to keep Caitlin lifted up in prayers. But we have to talk about the drama that took place in this basketball game today. It's so much. It's so much, guys. Hold on. Let me get this switched over for you guys because it's just so much drama. I don't even know where to start. Oh, this is DeJohnai Carrington trolling Caitlin Clark. Let's just start here.
She brings a defensive mentality.
Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. And she got a tech today. Look, another one. 7-3 made for Caitlin Clark. She was busting DeJohnai. Busting her ass all night. This is the face here. This is a face of the feet. Look at her. Salty. Pick your face up, DeJohnai Carrington. I think you left your mascara on the floor, too. Watch this.
Creating an advantage here. You got
a few games ago, completely away from the play, away from the cameras, and in the blind spot of the referees, DeJohnai Carrington launched what appeared to be a completely unprovoked, dirty, and hyper-aggressive physical attack on Sophie Cunningham. It looked like a clear, calculated attempt to injure the Fever's toughest player. Sophie was battered, bruised, and understandably furious. As she picked herself up off the hardwood, she looked over to the sideline, fully expecting her head coach, Stephanie White, to go absolutely nuclear on the referees. She expected her coach to defend her, protect her, and fight for her team. But what did Coach Stephanie White do? Absolutely nothing. She stood there like a statue, remaining completely silent while watching her own player get physically assaulted. But wait, it gets so much worse. Later that night, alleged insider reports from the locker room claimed that, instead of backing Sophie up, Coach White actually sided with the enemy. She was allegedly overheard in the tunnels telling Sophie to stop overreacting and defending DeJohnai Carrington's brutal physical style of play. It was the ultimate stab in the back. The trust was completely shattered. Sophie realized right then and there that the enemy wasn't just on the other team, the enemy was holding the clipboard. But Coach White wasn't done sabotaging her own franchise.
I think it's very clear you're on the other side of the line in the sand. You seem to be on the Kelsey Mitchell, Stephanie White line. And this is not to come at Kelsey Mitchell. I hope she has a big game. Her and Caitlin Clark been playing awesome together. This is not to come at Kelsey Mitchell. But the fact that you did not want to include Caitlin Clark in the MVP talks of Leah Boston is disgusting. And your ass better start making layups and give us $6 million worth. Now we going to be on you. Now we going to be on you. Stephanie White, you are already liable to get booed. I don't know what you're going to do, okay? If they boo you, you're going to have to deal with it. Look in the mirror. You did not stand up for your team or your players. Now, let's get into this Indiana Fever Dallas Wings matchup. What is going to be the #1 key for the Indiana Fever? First of all, the Dallas Wings are a team that's reeling. They just won a game. They've lost 6 out of their last 9 games. 6 out of their last 9 games were L's, and it needs to be a 7.
Fast forward to the very next matchup against the Chicago Sky. DeJohnai Carrington is no fool. She realized that the Indiana Fever's head coach was supposedly on her side. She realized she had a free pass to do whatever she wanted without any retaliation from the Fever bench. So, she escalated the physicality to the absolute maximum level. This time, the target was not just Sophie. The target was the franchise player herself, the golden goose of the WNBA, Caitlin Clark. Carrington went after Caitlin with what appeared to be malicious and terrifying intent. She was throwing elbows toward the ribs, grabbing at Caitlin's neck during screens, and attempting to physically and mentally overwhelm the rookie superstar on live national television. It was an outright, calculated assault. And once again, Coach Stephanie White completely folded. She did not call a timeout, she did not yell at the officials, she just watched her star player take a beating.
Horrible, unwatchable basketball. I said last night was in the top 3 hardest games to watch of the season. It was brutal. God dog, last night was boring. In fact, I said last night during the watch party that only the WNBA could have a battle between what's supposed to be 2 of their top 5 biggest stars, Paige Beckers and Caitlin Clark. Only in the W could the WNBA figure out how to take a game like that, make it close for most of the game, and it be boring as hell. That's some W shit. That happens a lot in this league. A lot in this league. Vanderbilt Fever. Caitlin White literally got tackled. Stephanie White just sits there with her arms crossed, sniffing and twitching. Congratulations, Stephanie Weatherspoon. Aw, damn. Shout out Teresa Weatherspoon. Whoa. Lethargic performance.
But the true horror of the situation was revealed after the final buzzer. A whistleblower from within the arena staff allegedly leaked a sickening piece of information. They claimed that Coach Stephanie White had a private back-channel conversation with DeJohnai Carrington before the game even started. According to the alleged leak, Coach White essentially gave Carrington the green light to test Caitlin's toughness. She supposedly told the opposing team to go hard on their own superstar because she believed Caitlin needed to be humbled. Let that sink in for a second. I want you to really comprehend the sheer magnitude of that alleged betrayal. The claim suggests that a WNBA head coach actively supported, encouraged, and colluded with a rival player to physically attack her own generational superstar. When Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham allegedly found out about this secret alliance, the locker room completely exploded like a powder keg. The disrespect had reached an absolutely unforgivable boiling point. They were reportedly sick and tired of a coach who, according to these allegations, was actively trying to ruin their careers out of pure, deep-seated jealousy.
And look right.
Watch Caitlin. Watch Caitlin. Look, it's 1, 2, 3 defenders. Look, 1, 2, 3. You fucking idiots. Y'all are idiots. Watch this. KK, there you go. Bah! Hey, Caitlin, look at that. Look at that. You idiots. Idiots. Hold on. There's more. Oh, man. DeJohnai Carrington high fives her block. did replay show she got all hands on Caitlin Clark. So this was Enes Kanter's situation with Natasha Cloud during the game. Let's
and
play.
Right before the break, this was the scene inside Wintrust Arena.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. She forgot she was at a game. She forgot she was at a basketball game. Look at her. Look at her. You talk all that stuff on the internet. Look at her.
That was the final straw. The camel's back wasn't just broken, it was completely pulverized. Last night, Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham allegedly made a shocking, franchise-altering, historical move. They didn't go to the press, they didn't post on social media, they completely bypassed coach Stephanie White, walked straight into the Indiana Fever front office, and reportedly delivered a devastating, non-negotiable ultimatum. They essentially looked the general manager in the eyes and said, "We are done. We refuse to play another single minute, we refuse to practice, and we refuse to wear this jersey for a coach who actively betrays us and supports the players trying to injure us. It is her, or it is us." And then they allegedly did the unthinkable. They walked back into the locker room, grabbed their duffel bags, and completely cleared out their lockers. The mutiny was officially underway. They were reportedly packing their bags to leave the franchise.
Share the channel, hit the bell notification, hype the video. That'd be greatly appreciated. Let's get right into things, man. Jose Fernandez, you're going to hear him talk about the game plan for Caitlin Clark and what they were looking to do and what they only had to do a few times because there was no pick and rolls for Caitlin Clark. They didn't run an off-ball play for her until the third quarter. Stephanie White's game plan was, let's get Kelsey Mitchell the ball and get her as many points as we can, as often as we can. That was her whole game plan. She sucks as a coach. Jose Fernandez knows it. Take a listen.
What about the defense you guys played on Caitlin Clark today? You started 4 of 15 shooting.
Well, we wanted to get it out of her hands. You know, in any pick and roll situation in the middle of the floor, she's so good. So if it was going to be...
We wanted to get it out of her hands, especially when she does that pick and roll in the middle of the floor. She's so good. We didn't even run the damn pick and roll in the middle of the floor.
The entire Indiana Fever organization went into absolute DEFCON 1 meltdown mode. Staff members were reportedly in tears, hyperventilating in the hallways, realizing that they were about to lose two of the most important players in the entire league, all because of Stephanie White's toxic, treacherous ego. The franchise was allegedly just hours away from losing hundreds of millions of dollars in ticket sales, sponsorships, and merchandise. The news of the alleged walkout instantly leaked to the league office, and the sheer panic reportedly reached all the way to WNBA headquarters in New York City. When WNBA Commissioner Cathy Engelbert heard that Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham were allegedly packing their bags and threatening to leave the team, she reportedly went absolutely ballistic. The commissioner knows the cold, hard truth. Caitlin Clark is a massive driver of the WNBA's popularity and commercial attention. Losing her because of an allegedly toxic coaching situation could seriously damage the league's viewership and momentum. Cathy Engelbert did not wait. She allegedly jumped on a private emergency flight to Indianapolis, bypassed all security, and stormed directly into the Fever practice facility like a hurricane. She reportedly ignored the general manager, ignored the PR team, and walked straight up to coach Stephanie White in front of the entire stunned staff.
Ground, because I'm here to tell you, she got embarrassed in a major way, but nobody received more embarrassment than none other than Natasha Cloud. Oh my God, Natasha Cloud has got to be Donkey of the Year the entire calendar year of 2026. This was her face as she looked defeated at times because she has lost this battle. And the battle been, look at this, Enes Kanter made her stand on business. What do Uncle John always tell you? The internet will give it and the internet will take it away. Natasha Cloud, retard of the day, trying to fight Enes Kanter's freedom by the way her team got blown out. 113-90, and to make assault to injury even worse, shout out to Jason Whitlock, because Jason Whitlock pointed this major key piece out, and I think ain't nobody talking about this. Jason Whitlock stated, after Natasha Cloud hit a bucket and then moved to her Ennis counter publicity stunt, the Sky was outscored 32-15. Cloud had actually cut the Fever lead.
Kathy Engelbert delivered an earth-shattering reality check. She allegedly issued an official, merciless league warning on the spot. Leaked audio from the hallway reportedly caught Commissioner Kathy Engelbert screaming at the top of her lungs. She allegedly said, "I do not allow this in my league. You do not sabotage the face of the WNBA. You do not collude with the enemy. You are fired." That's right, according to the story, the WNBA front office essentially forced the Indiana Fever's hand. The commissioner allegedly stepped in, stripped Stephanie White of all her power, and terminated her immediately. Today was supposedly Stephanie White's last day as a head coach in this league. She allegedly tried to side with Dejounte Carrington. She allegedly tried to break Sophie Cunningham. She allegedly tried to humble Caitlin Clark, and it supposedly spectacularly backfired. The commissioner allegedly had to step in and literally save the franchise from its own head coach. The WNBA is currently being portrayed as being in a state of absolute, paralyzing shock. Stephanie White's career is allegedly completely over, destroyed by her own twisted jealousy and her alleged, unforgivable alliance with Dejounte Carrington. Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham supposedly proved once and for all that no coach is bigger than the players, especially when those players are driving enormous attention and revenue. They stood their ground, exposed the alleged traitor, and, according to this narrative, won the war. Let her cook, because everybody else gets to eat when she starts serving plates.
Letting her cook because everybody else gets to eat when she starts serving plates. And that's going to be the biggest key. Next thing is, Aaliyah Boston, stop trying to play point guard, man. Like, we need you to make layups. Stop trying to be a point guard. This shit is ridiculous at this point. You've turned off the whole fan base, just to be honest at this point. Like, you're not to be trusted. Stephanie White just has to get out the way. That's going to be the third thing. Stephanie White, get out the way. It's very clear that when we play your system, we lose. We're losing playing this way. We're losing. We don't look electrifying playing your system. Go back to what was working during the 5-game winning streak, and that was playing Caitlin Clark style of basketball. That is what was working for this team. You went away from it, and now we just got bumped twice in a row, potentially a third time in a row. And now we got Dejounte Carrington coming around. She gonna be looking to knock somebody's head off. Keep your head on a swivel. Put your helmet and chin strap on with a mouthpiece. You never know what's gonna happen with her. I mean, it's been a disaster, man. It's been a disaster, man. This team has to get rebounds. That's going to be big. We give up way too many offensive rebounds and all extra possessions. We did it versus this team last time. That's a large part in why they stayed in the game. We need to rebound. This team is so soft. Our front line, our bigs are soft. We do not rebound. We don't rebound, man. We just don't do any of the small things. And on top of not doing this.
But right now, I need to hear from every single one of you watching this madness unfold. Did Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham do the absolute right thing by packing their bags and threatening to leave the team? Is Coach Stephanie White officially the worst, most treacherous coach in sports history for allegedly betraying her own players and supporting Dejounte Carrington? And was Commissioner Kathy Engelbert right to step in and allegedly demand that she be fired on the spot? Get down in the comments section and let your voices be heard right now, because I guarantee you the WNBA front office is reading them. This drama is far from over, and the fallout is going to be massive. If you want the real, unfiltered, completely uncensored truth about this massive WNBA controversy that mainstream networks refuse to tell you, you need to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel right now, and turn on all bell notifications so you never miss a single explosive update. Keep holding the line.